Today's scathing indictment of Steam's utter lack of quality control is Uncrowded. It's a survival game with crafting and zombies. Wait, there's about 50,000 games on Steam with that synopsis. It's a survival game with crafting and zombies, and Minecraft pixel Lego graphics. What the hell does it say on the title screen? Now you can build home? Is that a subtitle? It looks like a notification. Whatever, I don't care. The game has 3 maps. The sandbox map, whose description reads, just for test, is just a tiny raft with weapons that spawn infinitely. There's nothing to freaking do on this map. There's nowhere that you can go. The 3rd map is a multiplayer map that's smaller than your average paintball course, completely empty aside from weapon pickups, full of walls with no texture whatsoever, and why the hell is a completely empty multiplayer map with no objectives or anything available in a single-player mode? So Zombieland, described as Open World Survivor, is the only real map. There are 5 characters, and all of them play exactly the same. Aside from the cops spawning with a little bit more ammo, they're all identical to one another, despite the character descriptions, which are all written in broken English, telling you that each character has a different inventory. I decided to go with the doctor. He have a medicines and survival kit. There's no sound, by the way. Is the game glitching or something? Oh, the sound is fine. There's just no music in the entire game. I'm in an empty forest, so I start walking. Walking. Look how fun this is! Oh hey, a house! Alright, I'm gonna blow this zombie's head off. God, this pistol burns through ammo like a rock band through cocaine. Shoot him! Shoot him! This gun doesn't fire bullets! Shit! Where's the melee button? Where's the melee button? Oh, piss. The only weapon that you start out with is this pistol, and my hand to God, this pistol doesn't work. It doesn't fire bullets, yet still burns through ammo in seconds flat. I can't even lightly tap the mouse's clicker without firing 2 shots. Oh, sorry, firing 2 imaginary puffs of air while the ammo drop counts by 2. I almost think the gun works a little bit if you're playing as the cop, but it still fails and doesn't do jack. Probably 95% of the time that you use it. This is kind of a significant detail. A first-person shooter where the guns are glitched and never shoot. You can find other weapons, a shotgun, a sniper rifle, and an AK-47 hidden in the houses and assorted buildings, but every place where guns spawn is guarded by zombies. You can't get to the working weapons without getting butchered by zombies you have no ability to fight. What makes this whole nightmare even worse is that this world is apparently protected by the Black Flash, who hunts you down and kills you the second you spawn into the game. See, most of the zombies don't actively track you and don't even physically exist until you get close to them, but there's a black zombie who is not only always attacking you, but he somehow knows your exact location and makes a mad dash straight for you the second you spawn. You have about 2 minutes to find a non-glitchy weapon to fight the Black Flash, or he just tracks you down and pounds you into the dirt, and you automatically, unavoidably die. There's no run button and no way to flee from the enemies, which instantly destroys the point of most zombie games. I haven't had a single life last longer than 3 minutes. This shit's completely unplayable! Eventually I lucked out and the gun worked long enough to kill the Black Flash, and he doesn't seem to respawn, but every single time I encounter a zombie, it's a crapshoot whether I can actually fight back against it or not. Eventually I found out you can use the crafting wood as a melee weapon. Let's see if this works. Aha! Now we're off to the races! Check it out, I got this kick-ass sniper rifle. I'm gonna pop this zombie's head like a zit. The sniper rifle doesn't work either! Are you shitting me? Crap, switch back to the wood. Whip out my wood. Damn you, Black Flash! Damn you! Switching items and weapons is a huge pain in the ass. Rather than switching weapons with the number keys like a normal game, you open the inventory by pressing E, you select the weapon, you select equip on the weapon, and then you still have to close the damn inventory manually with E after you equip it. So tough freaking shit if a gun runs empty while you're fighting a zombie, he'll kill you to death before you can grab a new weapon. Sometimes when I load up this game, this little text box appears off to the left of the screen. I pressed every damn key on the keyboard and nothing, I repeat, nothing makes the chat box go away. If this thing pops up, I have to Control-Alt-Delete out of the game because even the pause button no longer works while this damn thing is up. Oh, and pausing the game doesn't actually pause the game, even in the single-player mode. About now, you're probably wondering what you're supposed to do. What is the game actually like? The game doesn't have any objectives of any kind. You can't win, and the game has no ending. You're just supposed to wander around, survive for as long as you can, die, respawn with the starting equipment, and do it again. You know, if your game's goals begin and end with just dick around, that's a good sign you need to go back to the drawing board. All you do in the game is just run around shooting zombies with the 4 base forms of the most basic shooter weapons ever made, and whoopty shit, there's 1,000,001 games where you can run around shooting faceless monsters, and most of them have actual unique mechanics that make them interesting and engaging. You need goals, objectives, and even a sliver of uniqueness for a shooter to be compelling. As you wander around, you can pick up crafting items, namely wood, metal, and fabric, that are all represented by blank cubes on the ground, but most of the time all you find is wood. You can use wood to build pieces of a house, but I built a door and could not for the life of me find any way to actually place it in the game world. And I'm pretty sure even if you do build a house, it doesn't actually do anything for you. And even if you could build a house, it's super easy to die, and you'll be back at square one building any of your shit. See, zombies don't make any noise until they're already attacking you, so often when one attacks you, you take several hits before you even know he's there. The game world is fairly large, but completely empty. The only real point of interest in the game is a small town that has a ton of weapons and zombies, but the entire rest of the map is completely empty forest with a rare house with nothing good inside it. And there's no landmarks in this barren wasteland of a map, so unless you spawn inside the town, you'll only ever find it by dumb luck. And if the pistol doesn't feel like working, then randomly spawning in the town full of zombies, you live for maybe 15 seconds, but even in the town, there's nothing to actually do except shoot zombies until you die. But if you're not in the town, there's nothing to do except walk through empty forest until you die of boredom. Well, there is one thing you can do in the town. You can hop into a truck, drive it for a few seconds, and have it get stuck immediately and be useless because it has no reverse function and the controls suck. Good lord, there's just nothing to do in this game. The game world is empty, and you can count the number of finished game mechanics on one hand. You walk around until you die, and then you walk around some more, and that's it. Whilst walking, you shoot at zombies with the most basic and uninteresting guns imaginable. You know, if you feel like it, because there's no reward for doing so and the zombies leave you alone unless you get close to them. I haven't even found any food or water or ways to get either of those items, so even if you survive the zombies, there's no way to survive past a certain time limit. The closest thing I had to fun in this game was when I was playing the online multiplayer with another viewer, and we could commiserate about how bad this game was. Yeah, the crafting, shooting, pausing, food, water, and vehicles don't work, but the online works fine. Good to have priorities. Except the healing items don't work online, so all you do is die much faster. There's nobody still playing the online mode, by the way. Holy shit, that zombie is going berserk! We shot it and he's stroking out! Somebody sold this as a finished product! So to recap, Uncrowded isn't so much unfinished as it is barely freaking started. It's glitchy and broken on such fundamental levels that the game is nigh unplayable, and even if you survive the utter brokenness, there's basically nothing to do in the entire game. What could possibly be worse than all of that? How about the fact that the developer didn't actually make it? See, there's a storefront for the Unity game engine where developers can purchase pre-made assets to save time on development or to get help on something they're not experienced in programming. You can buy gun models, character models, pre-made levels, literally everything that has ever appeared in a digital homicide game, all of which you are free to modify and use in your own game. To give inexperienced developers a leg up building their own games, Unity even sells starter kits, little pre-alpha games that have a finished set of mechanics but zero content, so you have a solid foundation to start making your own game. This asset pack right here is called Unit Z. It's an open source pre-alpha game with some basic guns, crafting mechanics, basic zombies with basic AI, and a built-in online mode. It's got no gameplay modes, no objectives, the map, though large, is completely barren aside from a small town, and the graphics are all utterly plain pixelated blocks to act as placeholders until you add your own graphics. It has all the fundamental mechanics you need to make a survival horror game already finished, but it has absolutely zero content because you're just supposed to use it as a base to make your own game. What you're not supposed to do is buy Unit Z for $50, change absolutely nothing, and then throw it on Steam with the title Uncrowded! Yes, Uncrowded is a straight re-upload of Unit Z. Some dumbass found this pre-alpha build that's meant to be a starter kit for a real game, didn't do a single thing to update it, and then sold it on Steam as a finished product. That's why the game looks patently unfinished, that's why there's no music, that's why there's no content, and why every mechanic that's not absolutely essential to the game barely works. The sad thing is, Uncrowded is far from the only game to try this. There's been at least 7 re-uploads of Unit Z try and fail to get through Steam Greenlight. There's a gajillion Unit Z clones on the App Store because they have even worse quality control than Steam does. It doesn't even just happen to Unit Z. Basically, if there exists a tutorial game for any game engine, some loser has tried to sell it as their own game at least once. Unit Z is just the most popular. Hell, there was even a second Unit Z clone that saw a full Steam release. It's called Pixel Survival Craft Game, and just in case you don't believe this epic absurdity, at this time code in the video, I completely switched over from using uncrowded footage to using footage of Pixel Survival Craft Game. God, I hate saying that mangled English title. Yes, you've been watching footage from what is, on paper, 2 completely different games, and I'd wager most of you didn't even notice. They're both Unit Z. They both have the same maps, same level layouts, same enemy models, same guns, same everything. The main difference is that Pixel Survival actually works. The guns always fire, the inventory hotkeys work even though there seems to be no way to map anything to them, the chat box doesn't force you to hard reset, and the black zombie is just a normal zombie with slightly different AI. So here's the $1,000,000 question. If Uncrowded and Pixel Survival Craft Game are both re-releases of the same game, then why is Uncrowded a broken down mess while Pixel Survival actually works? I never got the damn guns to work in Uncrowded. Well, judging by the update history on Uncrowded's store page, it looks like its quote-unquote developer got tired of being slacked off for re-uploading Unit Z, and he tried to do some original work. Emphasis on tried. I don't know what the hell he's done to the game because I can't find a single art asset, weapon, or modification to the game world that's been added since Unit Z. It looks like all he's done is fuck with the source code, glitching the guns to make the game utterly unplayable, and messing with the Black Zombies AI to make a hell spawn that hunts you to the ends of the earth. I don't know what's more pathetic. The fact that this guy has pride in a game he found for $50 and resold, or the fact that when he tried to actually change the game like you're supposed to, he completely broke it to shit. So that was Uncrowded, aka Pixel Survival Craft Game, aka Pixel Z, aka Day Survival Begins, aka Pixel Rising, aka Hard Shore Z, aka Craftlands, aka Field Z, aka Unit Z, aka if you're too lazy to even try making a game, get a new job, you lazy asswipes!